morning, guys. Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm recording. Let's see. Record. Okay, I'm streaming on Discord, streaming on YouTube, recording both screens. What else? Good morning, guys. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Efren. Hey, Luis. Good morning, Augustine. Yeah, I missed out on INO. That one went pretty good. Okay. Oh, I have to redo that one. Let me delete. Okay. All right. I think I've notified everyone. Okay. So, I know it was nice, wasn't it? But the thing was, there wasn't a true. It was ramping, but it didn't give a signal. So I probably would have missed it, except for the fact that I noticed that it hit this daily resistance area right here. See this candle right here. So part of the strategy was to always look for a daily trend line, and this one was the closest one to it. So hit that area and had to pull back before it decides to start moving again. SDC. Yeah, it looks like another bounce downwards, Joe. Good morning, Bobby. Bobby Invest. First Soli also Fastly. This one was ramping in volume, but it looks like it's it looks like all-time high, so we really don't know when it's going to pull back. And it's doing a dirty move right here. Say that we aim for the 5-minute 9 EMA, and it's going back up. It's hard to tell if it's ready or not. Grub halted. Volume spike. So yesterday was price target to 46. Now we're at 50s. That's quite a volume spike. Okay, I'm going to turn on Benzinga just to see what they have to say. So whenever the news catalyzes something, Benzinga on Thinkorswim, or you can buy Benzinga, but why buy it when you can just fund a small little tiny Thinkorswim account and you can have Benzinga for free, basically. So nothing past their radar, I guess. They're not saying anything. Uber takeover rumor? Oh, okay. Somebody in the Benzinga said, Grub and Uber, you get Gruber. Hey, morning, Carnan. So, as usual, I'm not in any hurry to get into a trade. I'm not in any hurry to lose my money. Just be patient and try to find something that works out, that actually fits our parameters. So Grub right now has a bid at 15.79 and ask is 53.34. Of course, it'll tighten up whenever we open back up. Resumes around 11 and 47 seconds. So we have 2 minutes on Grub. Yeah, I know it was a nice one. I just mentioned earlier that that it hit a daily support or daily resist, but then it really didn't signal that it was going to go. So, and I wasn't quite ready. I was just trying to get all my streaming stuff in line. Fastly still going. Foxtrot, Sierra, Lima, India. Maybe it wants 38. Not sure. This one right here. I don't like it when I spread out the candles like that. I like to bunch them up so I can see the shape a little bit better. And on the 1 minute, you can see the volume that's somewhat increasing right here. It's kind of choppy. Hey, good morning, Dale. So let's see. I can find it. PDD. It was actually an okay one, but it was kind of. This one looks like a really good one that's going to trickle down. This one did signal on the ones. See how it just kind of ramped up like that? And then if you took it, it would have just started trickling downwards. Is it open yet? It's opened. Okay. I'm just going to break over 58 and check the level 2 here. See what kind of resistance we have. It's really strong on the bid. It looks like it's going to halt again. Whenever you see these huge numbers, it's possibly going to halt. So, you know, if you're, yeah, there it goes. There's the halt. It depends on if you're up for a rude awakening or if you actually truly believe it's going to spike back up. You can just get your shares in, or like me, when I see something like that, I don't want to get in because I don't want to get stuck in a halt. Hey Paulius, so your entries, he asked, so your entry is on first pullback or how? You wait first to test resistance and entry? Or how are you doing? My entry on a counter or reversal is going to be based on a lot of parameters. So ideally, I want to see a daily resistance or support, depending on which way I'm going. So a lot of times I do entries on 1 minute, depending on how fast it goes, and I think I always generally get it on the 1 minute because I'm looking for something that's tight generally. So if the chart looks really clean on ones, I'll take it on ones. If it looks cleaner on twos, I'll take it on twos. If it looks only clean on fives, I may take it a little bit early because I don't want to be so late that my stop is so far away. But yeah, it's generally stacked on I need my conviction, and the strategy is success rate is really high based on stacked catalysts. So we want a ramp in volume, we want a parabolic move, we want a daily support resistance, we want a clean move to know when is for the entry. So we want extreme volume prior to entry. And a lot of the ones that actually went, like INO or PDD, they didn't have an extreme volume to tell you that it's going to actually go. So you may actually, for someone like me, I'll take it with half shares or less, or I may just not take it at all. And in my case, considering how many people are actually watching me, my family and friends that are following me, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to suggest taking something that's not going to fit my parameters. Then yeah, then is a 90% perfect entry. Yeah. And then there's that risk reward issue. Be sure you're not taking something that has like a stop too far away. So if it's moving really clean on ones, then the chances of it running poorly is slim. So you can put your stop a little bit tighter, but with TradeNet you generally want to put your stop farther, unfortunately, because you don't want it to get hit and stop you out. And then there's also that other issue that Augustine asked last night about doubling down, and I said that well, it was based on spreads. So if it's too spready, then you really have to put your stop even farther away, right? So I probably should cover more about that. Yeah, I really need to just make a compilation of perfect trades, because generally speaking, during the day, I don't always take perfect trades, right? I look for something that just fits a B setup, 80% of everything that I'm looking for. I'm going to upload a video of yesterday's trades that I'm actually pretty glad I didn't stream, because the trades weren't clean, but I mainly just identified movement on the daily support and resist. It didn't have the ramp, but it did have volume, kinda. It wasn't a clean. None of them were very clean, and yet I still came out on top. Oh no, I'm not in grub, Daniel. I'm still waiting for a pullback. And the way it moved like that, what the beautiful thing about having something halt multiple times is I think people get complacent, or they get agitated. Not the opposite of complacent. They get agitated that it keeps halting. And so it's going to have to come my way, the opposite direction, because people just don't like it moving up that fast. There it goes. There goes the breakout again. And this one's going to be scary, obviously. So what do we have? We have a can't even read it, it's going so fast. I'm just going to assume there's a dollar spread. So there's going to be a pullback somewhere here. Oh, you're going for a long. Nice. Oh, waiting for too long. I gotta work on my English. Okay. So you can scare yourself and put in a lot of shares, or you can just play around with this one. This one looks fun. It's not like it's gonna hurt you that badly if you put in. Well, it depends on you. There's the first red candle on the pullback. Personally, I'm not trusting that just yet. I'll wait for another one. This could be a slight reset for another move up. Let me look at the daily here. The daily is the crystal ball. So it went up to here. So potentially it can go up to here, right? 64, what is that? 65 basically. 65 is a really pretty number. And we were almost there, weren't we? So looks like it's gonna go actually. It looks like it's going down now. Let's see how the thing right now is, do you see this red volume bar? It's so big. That means it tried so hard to go this far down. So potentially it may want to come back up because it almost touched 65. Hey Mike, I'm not using TD as a trading platform. I have $50 in it, and it's been $50 for the past 10 years. I only use it for charting and Benzinga and CNBC, but I'm using this to share what I'm possibly going to trade. While I'm using my today, whenever I stream, I'm using TradeNet. When I'm not streaming, I'm using my Lightspeed. Okay, so we see green volume, but it's not as much as the red. So this could be a possible entry here. Let's see how easy it goes down. That's pretty easy. I'm shorting a little bit here on that 1 minute. My stop is going to be tight around 62. $61.70 would be better. Because, if it doesn't go, it doesn't go. I just want it to fade down a little bit, and then that's going to be my profit. Okay, that was an easy $55. Just a little scalp. It's going to make me feel bad now, right? It's going to keep going. It's alright. Eerie. I'm moving on. Hope you got a little bit of that though. I'm just seeing this right here with all that volume. But it's a breakout from early this morning from 2380. $23.80. Awesome, Augustine. Glad you got a little bit. Probably did better than me. There's just tell you the truth, there is quite a bit of pressure for me not to push it when I have not you guys. I'm okay with hurting your feelings. I'm kidding. But with family, they're watching me, and I need to make sure that they get out safe and sound. Thanks, Oxy. Yeah, Mike. 2 standard deviation. I think that is the default for the Thinkorswim. These bands just came because they were there for the VWAP by default. That they are actually pretty useful, aren't they? They're almost like Bollinger Bands. So Erie's not giving me a very strong signal here. And Grub halted again. Well, that's actually good for the shorters, I think. I think it's going to go further. Hey Joe, he asked, do you live on Discord also because you know YouTube lags? Yeah. Generally, I keep hearing YouTube. Lately, I don't know if it's because of the coronavirus situation, but according to Karnan and some other people, Daniel as well, Daniel's all the way in Canada, and they're telling me that YouTube's not lagging much at all. If anything, 2 to 5 seconds, which could be substantial on a day trade, right? But I guess you can tell just by looking at the charting. If you could let me know what the lag is like right now. But the Discord app doesn't have my face, doesn't have my webcam, so every now and then people will be asking if I'm actually there because I'm so quiet, or I mute the mic. You won't know on the Discord app. I'm hoping Discord actually has a webcam overlay option in the near future. It also has a 50 a cap on the live stream to 50, but it looks like there's only like a few people in the lobby right now. I think it has a lot to do with the world finally opening up, and some people are actually going back to work, which is great. But for those of you who get to work at home or just learning how to day trade at a young age, that's awesome. I'm pretty just saying it out loud makes me happy. I'm excited to see the future. Erie is making a beautiful move, isn't it? It's very pretty, but I need to see that volume, and I need to know where it's going. So here's the daily right here, and it looks like it's going up to there. Let me back out a little bit so I can see how many trend lines it touches. Nope, nothing. Okay, let me go back in. So it's these two candles back here that I'm concerned about. So we filled in the gap, right? So maybe up to here, 25. What's the low of this? 25.34. This is 25.39. We're at 25.20 something. There's a little bit of a signal. There's a little signal right now at this volume, and it's coming back a bit. This could be a fake out, but what's the spread like? 5 cent spread. It's going to possibly signal on ones. There, it almost tried to. Looks cleaner on 2, so obviously. And on 5s, it looks the best on 5s. So here's me just showing that here's a signal on one. There's a trigger on 1s right there. 25 cents, 5 cents, 30 cents. Stop. Can go in about 2. Possibly. There's a possible entry right there. I'm the only concern I have is because it broke out from here at 23.80, so that's a really strong support area, and you can tell it's not exactly that far away. What's going on? Okay, there we go. So if I go into 5 minutes to look at my possible, so look how It's not that bad actually, but you see how it didn't make. It's not going straight down. It's still testing that area. So it's up to you. It's not bad, but it's not great. I don't like when it creates a U shape. You know, it starts off strong, it goes down, it breaks out, and then it comes back down again. So it's going nicely. This would be a good little scalp. Jeremy's announcing that Erie's ripping. So guys, if you're interested in joining the Discord chat room, the website is in the description. His name is Jeremy Newbie, and so it's called Newbie Trading. Now I'm starting to realize why a lot of people think it's my chat room or my website, because newbie as in like a new person. So you're assuming that I named it Newbie Trading for the new people, but it's not. Newbie is Jeremy's last name, and it's going well. So I wish, part of me is kind of wishing I took a little bit of this one. Oh well, playing too tight today. But yeah, the Discord app generally has minimal lag. The people that are on YouTube either are just, just finding me, or just wants to be able to see how I react, or have issues with Discord. Some people have issues somehow. Erie's hurting my feelings. Okay. Daniels is on 15s. Yeah, it looks so. This one fit pretty much all the parameters, right, Erie? One of the common questions was, do I look for the shape on 1s, 5s, and 15s? And then the answer is yes. This one fit pretty much all the parameters for 1s, 5, and 15s. A lot of times it only looks good on the 15s and 5s. In this case, it looks great, but the reason I didn't take it was because I didn't get a strong signal for the reversal, and it did the breakout at 23.8. So, this thing. Oh well. But I should have just taken a little bit, possibly, maybe. I mean, it did look good. Nice, Daniel. HBD as well. HBD is Hotel Delta Bravo. Did a pop up here, a really strong pop. It almost hit 41. It did a daily gap close a long time ago. Can't tell what's going on with this one. You got some too, Augustine. Awesome. Yeah, here he was a good one. Hope Jeremy got some of that. He probably did. So, this is banks. Banks are. This one's an Asian bank. But I see two banks that popped at the same time. So I'm thinking it's relatively. How come when I hear anything, dude? I had my volume down the whole time. Charlie from Benzinga may have been saying stuff, and I didn't hear anything. Hey, good morning, Emil. So Emil says he's in London, and there's less than 5-second lag. So yeah, YouTube seems to work pretty well right now. Sam is testing an alert or scanner that catches extreme extended RSI. Yeah, RSI is a good indicator. I used to use that for swing trading, but yeah, RSI is going to show some good stuff. and volume. So he's going to call. Okay, great. Looking forward to that, Sam. I'm answering questions on the Discord, or comments on the Discord. So you guys may already know that I'm going to try my best to avoid banks, because right now banks are heavily influenced by the news. Augustine says, beginner's course could to analyze the daily chart. Yeah, I covered that on the second one about charting, but yeah, I agree with you, Augustine. I need to be more in depth on how the daily chart is a very strong indicator. That is actually something I've been utilizing recently. If you look at my old videos, like 4 years ago when I was vlogging for 2 months on Lightspeed, you'll notice that I don't always look at the daily. It's secondary, because I would take a scalp any day. But right now I'm trying to make sure I don't. I'm gonna try my best not to scalp. Okay, I'm gonna switch out my scanners. Not gonna do anything. Oh, there we go. So this scanner is a little bit different, just by a hair. So, because I had morning gainers, and now I have ripping up and ripping down. So these two scanners right here, this one and this one, this is the one I generally share with everybody. This one will tell me if it's going to move before it shows up on the counters. The counters are a lot tighter, meaning it needs to move a lot before it shows up on the counter. But on these right here, they're set for you to actually catch something that's moving up, or just did a breakout. Charlie's awfully quiet today. Guild. Oh, well. Guys, check out this one. HC. It's a bank, though. Is it a bank? Oh, no, it's not. It's a healthcare. HCSG. This one right here. So, signal down there. Hey, Gary. Okay, so Gary, go to your Thinkorswim, go to support and chat right here, and then you'll get this right here, right? And it's right here, Benzinga Squawk, under chat rooms. Just double click that and click on listen. I still have it. Just BGS, a nice pop-up. No, that's cool. You don't even know how many people don't even know that. I knew somebody who had a subscription to Benzinga and Thinkorswim, and basically they're paying $100 a month for nothing. No, that's cool, Gary. You're right. Okay, BGS is pushing really hard right now, and you could tell that right here it's almost doing a gap fill on the wick. That is, on the wick it's
BGS.
okay. Things are looking more alive now that my counter one has identified BGS. So 25.34. Okay, we passed that. Now the question is, why? Why is it going? Let me see if Benzinga says anything. BGS adding. Some people were long on BGS a while back, over 24. And there's a reset right here for another breakout. So really gotta see something. Okay, Beyond Meat. Jeremy's identifying. We'll keep that on watch. BYND. Oh, another BYND also popped up. A breakout. This one's expensive. Where is it going though? It may be going for that 140 area. Yesterday's high was 139.29. Oh, that would have been a nice scalp though, wouldn't it? I'm gonna move on. Fastly is just non-stop movement. PGS. Okay, BGS. What's the news on that? That was a nice call, Bear. Okay. So BGS filled in the gap on the daily there, and it really didn't even try. You know, it just kind of just touched it and is resetting a bit. This one, it looks like one of those that's not going to signal. It may actually keep going, especially when I don't even know why. 7 days ago, it was increased wages. BTIQ? Gustavo? What's going on, Gustavo? Let me see. That's... That one did signal a bit. Okay. I bet it's first... I keep saying first solely. Fastly is... It's not pretty, but here's what I see here. So this is the daily, right? And it's just moving up strong. Here are the 15. So this is one of those. The volume's increasing, and it's starting to slow down on its movement. So it kind of looks like it's topping out pretty soon. But since it's only showing this on the 15s, well, it's showing a bit on 5s too. A nice increase in volume. It's not a parabolic move or a ramp, but it is signifying that it's showing a lot of resistance up there. So for those of you that are interested in a fade, this one looks interesting. Like, I don't know, under 37.4. but I'm not good at those trades, guys. I don't like decreasing my my risk. I mean, increasing my risk of failure. It looks good though. Grub tends to look like it's gonna move up a little bit now. Oh guys, this is just gonna be one of those days. I'm just gonna be talking all day. Can't find anything.
LABD.
BGS looks like it's doing a hard reset now. Without me. So no signal. Just decided it's time.
ABBV.
Hurt my feelings. ABBV. That's just the volume spike that caused ABBV. Oh, LABD is direct sand shares. Okay, pop back up. I'm just gonna keep BGS on watch. Maybe it's not done. Any of you guys take any strong trades this morning? I'm kind of glad I didn't even try with NVAX because it did a fake out. I bet a lot of people got their feelings hurt in the morning with NVAX when they tried to catch that breakout. That didn't quite happen in the morning. What was the breakout? What breakout was I talking about? I mean, it looks like it actually did happen. Oh no, it didn't. This is what I saw this morning with MBAX. So pre-market high is 42.73, right? This is what we look for a breakout. So of course it would be better to break out at 41 right here on the pre-market. You can see that support area at 41, but a lot of people were late in the game and was looking for the breakout of this 42.75, in which case it just gave you complete rejection. Wow. That would have hurt. Fate. Okay. Yeah, it's on the counter. Yeah, I see the volume there. Do you see something? Oh, yesterday's high, right? Yesterday's high is 31.25, and it looks like it's doing a reset. A lot of volume to push down. What's up with that volume? Oh, SPY is helping. SPY is helping push down as well. Right here, SPY is doing a little dump. So yeah, that's a good scalp. I mean, go with the wind. Gone with the wind. That is a really strong resistance. Daniel mentioned. It's quite stacked up here. The 31s. This one almost 31 is 30, but 31.40, 31.35, 31.25. And we got to 31.15. I'm not a fan of the shape. It's not quite parabolic. It's a linear grind. So, you know how some people depend on those drawing tools. You know, it didn't quite break out of this trend yet. But if you're in it, I'm not trying to jinx you. I'm just looking for the perfect trade. And, you know, you can always make a whole bunch of money with little... Yeah, there's that volume. He had a doji on 5s. Is there a doji on 5s? Oh. Oh yeah, there is a nice little rejection there. It looks, yeah, okay. It looks a lot better on fives because there is a ramp now, and then there's a rejection, and then trigger on fives. There's the trigger right there, as I speak. But like I said, I'm not fond of these, breakout, and then if there's a morning breakout from red to green, I'm not interested that much anymore because, it prevents some additional movement. If that's making any sense. Man, my English is bad today. What are words? I don't remember. You got in? Cool. Yeah? You're going for the 9 EMA, Daniel? Looks like you are. Pretty much. Very nice. CCL, is it moving? CCL? Oh, I guess you're doing a short-term trade, Greg. Should you sell? I don't think so. I'm actually I actually studied CCL just yesterday for my friend or family. One of my family friends bought CCL at $10, and it's looking good. In my opinion, I think you're in a good place. I wouldn't sell. That's just my opinion. But I haven't swing traded in a long time. Swing traded in a long time. Just my opinion. Have you checked the MACD? Have you? I think you probably have. It's just one of those sectors, right, Greg? CCL and airlines, cruises, airlines. They're all pretty interesting to get in on at the moment, as long as we don't have another, another panic. I think human nature, we want to be optimistic, but when people are dying, when the news is trying to, I wouldn't say fearmonger, but there is a little bit of that, right? So then everything tanks, and then we're still optimistic, we still want to do well, so things will go back up. What happened? Got out 4 cents? Did it pop back up? It popped back up a little bit, didn't it? Well, at least you got out on the green. Oh yeah, I did that fake. Did a little bit of a fake out, shake out. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. A question like that, you may want to ask Jeremy Newby in the chat room. He's been doing some holding. I haven't short-term traded in a long time, but CCL was something that caught my eye. That if I ever wanted to put some money in on. Oh, it's not going to be short-term. CCL is probably going to be long-term. The biggest fear is that they'll go bankrupt, right? And I don't know if that's possible, because they have all these, and they got the support by the government. They got a stimulus. They got supported, and they're in international waters, so they have international rules. So there's a lot of things going for them that they just kind of fall through the cracks when it comes to legal issues. Someone can die and on a cruise, and there's really nothing you can do. You can't really sue the cruises until at least until they come up with more rigid laws against on cruises. Yeah, Saudi money. Is that true?
Check.
That sounds about right. But there is the cruises are so sketchy, but at the same time, sketchy as in like they can get away with anything, and people love them because they're cheap. And Carnival is like the economy of cruises, so I don't see them going bankrupt. A lot of people have to die on a cruise for people to stop. And I don't think anybody even sees or hears anybody dying on cruises except for the Princess cruise,
BSGN.
based on the coronavirus. You don't hear people falling out of the cruises. It just kind of just gets paid off, and you can YouTube it. It's kind of scary. Warren, European River. What's the ticker? Is it ER or something? That's a horrible ticker. What's the symbol for European? I'll just type it in. European River. I can't find European River. I'll look it up later. Delta keeps going down. Which one? Which Delta? Airlines or oil? DAL probably. You're probably talking about DAL. Yeah, that okay. That is going down pretty badly. Not fast enough. Uber pop based on Grub, I guess. Took a while for it to show up on the scanners. Now Uber, you see that on the daily, right? How it's getting it to this area. It's touching all these four candles. Still needs to contend to this one. It is an interesting place, but you know, this is Uber, and the spreads are pretty tight on this one, surprisingly. How choppy it looks. Not a fan because of the volume. I need to see volume spike or ramp, but let me put that on watch.
SFIX.
I get this a lot on the whenever my old video of my trading platform, and people say it's excessive because I have too many monitors. Man, I think Ross Cameron has 6. I think I'm probably the only YouTuber with only 4. Well, I mean, not only 4 is sufficient, but whenever I'm like saying I need to add this on my list, I guess because in my eyes, I want my charting are pretty big on the watch list. I don't have just a list with numbers. I need to see the chart, right? So I'm always looking for shape. So my watch list is a bunch of charts, and I need them at least 6 inches tall. So I'm always thinking I need another. Oh, Chesapeake has a spike down. Chesapeake spike down right here. Would have been a lot of support at 10. What do you think, guys? It looks like it may try to test 10 again and break through. Unfortunately, I didn't see what happened when it tried to reach 10. You know, we'll generally see that wall, right? So maybe we'll see it now as it approaches 10.
SFIX.
We may see that. We
BSGM.
may see a huge wall on the bid, a huge number, and see if it breaks down. If it breaks down, it's going to break through, right? See, oh really? Chesapeake isn't tradable? Generally, 3-syllable. Well, this one isn't exactly the most beautiful thing in the world either. But this nosedive right here is interesting. Uber's fading a bit. What's interesting right now is my new low and highs. They're showing there's more lows than highs, and all I'm getting right now on my counter ones are highs. Okay, I need to switch. Okay. This is actually kind of pretty, isn't it? SFIX, what is this? Stitch fix? Okay. Doesn't sound bank related or oil related. Piper Sandler stitch fix. What is it? Stitches? Okay, right here. This is looking pretty, guys. Okay, let's see. What kind of spreads?
SFIX.
1 cent spread. Okay, there is a gap fill right here on the wick though. 19.7? I don't think we can reach there. Noah says that they ship clothes to your house. Thanks, Natty. Yeah, I just found out your first name because I was stalking you on Instagram.
UNFI.
I need to add you on Instagram. Don't have shorts? Thanks, Toma, for letting me know that. That would have hurt my feelings a lot if it keeps going the way it's going. But yeah, if you have shares for a short on SFIX, not yet, of course. We want to see that volume ramp. Looks like it's gonna create something pretty. Could have known, should have known that it won't be tradable. Toma,
BSGM.
what is your trading platform? Are you using TradeNet as well? You can PM me. BSGM's been around on it's another huge runner. You don't have shares on Lightspeed? That's different. Well, then most likely it won't be on TradeNet. BSGM. I think I traded BSGM yesterday. Oh, I traded it Sunday. I got the Fibonacci on here. Okay. I got a trend line going too, a long time ago. So
SFIX.
SFIX, guys, if you have
BSGM.
shares, BSGM is looking really pretty as well on the 15s and 5s, but on the ones it's kind of all over the place. You know, I just like these small caps because you can really do some damage with thousands of shares. Also, you can do some damage on your commissions, I guess, if you think of it that way as well. SFIX, is fading a bit on volume. I would wait on that if you have shares. I think you're right, Karnan. I think I did try to trade Chesapeake a while back and have my feelings hurt. Yeah, I kind of hate this mic. I'm pretty sure you heard everything go down my throat when I drank that. SFIX. It's looking better. It was heard. Yeah, this I need to reconsider my audio microphone options. Good morning, Yang. Yeah, I'm a total ASMR trader here. I should just start doing that. I'll be the first ASMR day trader. There's the oh crap. Well, there it is, guys. If you didn't get it, it's too late, I think. And it's just, and this one's cheap too, so yeah, it went. Well, I mean, if you didn't get it, it is understandable because the volume went down on the way down, so it didn't really give you a good signal other than the daily. I think the daily gave you the signal, right? No, it didn't. It didn't get even close to that gap close. Maybe it's not done. It's so close to the gap close, daily gap close, that it's very possible that it will go back up. It will continue up the next few days. So, just another nice little example of a counter. It's pretty. Now, ILMN is a good example of what not to trade, in my opinion. So it ramps up, and then it starts it changed its slope, and it's linear. Okay. Yeah, that is a nice number. Carnan's mentioning BYND, Beyond Meat, and it's approaching 140, which is, a pretty number. 10-cent spread, and kind of expensive, but it's any of y'all ever had Beyond Meat? Is that vegan meat? I think one of my friends had it, and they even put like fake blood in there. Something red, and make it, seep out of the fake meat material. Pretty creative. AHPI, Debbie? Yes, Debbie. AHPI. Guys, take a look at AHPI. This is beautiful. I'm a little bit late. Crap, I'm too late for this one. Am I? According to 5 minute. According to 5 minute, I'm not late at all, but crap, I should have saw that earlier. Bear posted that 1 minute ago. It would have been nice 1 minute ago. Why did it not show up on my scanner? I guess the volume was too low. Oh, so there were shares, according to Turf. Turf is pretty knowledgeable on these technical stuff. Yeah. Daily Tube Show. Yeah, HPI was beautiful. Nice call, Debbie. Thanks for notifying. But I just felt a little too late there. This it's spready as well, but to me it's worth the risk. If I caught it on ones, up here in the above 16, but as I was typing in my entry, it was already going. I'm just too slow today. I hope you got some though, Debbie. Beet juice for blood. Is it really? Beet juice is good for you, right? It's cardiovascularly wise. I suggest all traders take beet juice. It lowers your blood pressure. Increases stamina. Okay, I've missed out on a couple of good trades. This one was really good. So I'm getting a little bit restless now. You can see it. You can kind of see it on the daily as well here as it approaches here. It got really close to 1650, right? Sometimes it gets to there, sometimes it doesn't, because this was a parabolic move and it just didn't quite reach, right? What number did it get to? 1639. But yeah, what a nice pullback. Oh, does it? Oh yeah, so you need sodium, right, to make it taste good. So yeah, not good. That's not good. So what it increase it, lowers your blood pressure, and then uses sodium to bring it back up. Okay. Let's see. VTIQ. Oh, okay. This is why when you said that and I saw it, and part of me is like, BTIQ is always a tricky one, and this is what's going on right here. Don't you wish you bought it down here at 13? Uh, this is a scary one, right? Because it's just so powerful. And it's not even that powerful with the volume. Well, I mean, it's more volume than average. So it's, low float, 5 to 10 cent spread, I think. BTIQ. Oh, I got it right. Well, yeah, I understood you the first time, Debbie. Um, let's see. So 15s don't look that great, right? You don't see that volume ramp, but I'm pretty sure it's showing up on the 5s a bit here as it surges up. But this one I think this one has a history of being pretty tricky. Yeah, look at that. Okay, now I remember. This one was a troublemaker. I mean, or was it? Or was it the one that I thought that was predictable? It is kind of predictable. I mean, the volume spike. It volume spikes every time it comes back a little bit. But we don't know where the big one is at. So definitely, considering how it worked out the other day, we really need to see a volume spike. There was a nice little volume spike here. Everything's just going without me today. I'm sure there's a lot of room to BTIQ 5 minute. Yeah, there's some room down to 24.6. Gosh, that's pretty far. Right now there's 6 cent spread. SFIX. Very pretty.
BMRN.
BMRN is just difficult. It just did a $100 break. That's what it did. Interesting. It is showing a ramp somewhat on 5s, and then on 1s it stayed at 99, and then it just did a pop through. It doesn't look like it needed that much.
GH.
It didn't need that much help to break through. This one's pretty. But if you look in this one, you can tell why it's so pretty. So it went to 99, got rejected, came back down to break through, and it went through pretty easily, right? And now it's breaking through 100. And now it just like powered its way through 100. So here's a small reset. I'm getting a little restless, guys. I'm almost wanting to take this one. And I mean, it doesn't look bad. There's that volume spike, but it's not. It's very possible it may want to hold at 100. So if it resets down to 100, we really need to contend to that possibility that it doesn't go through 100. That's the problem. I'm so pessimistic today. But that's the only way to stay in the green every day. Just stay out of questionable trades. That's my motto for this week. Don't lose money. It's not let's make a lot of money. It's the opposite. Just don't lose money. And then the money will come to you. I'm focused on that because I know somebody in my family right now that is struggling because he's trading too much. So I'm really focused on his mindset. His mindset is just go get it. He's a go-getter. As a lot of competitive people are, and my mindset, transferred over, is to tell him you need to back off. You really need to focus on only perfect trades. It's the part of winning that gives you the conviction, but that part of conviction comes with patience. I think, hey Augustine, I think a lot of people had some pretty bad days yesterday. I did okay yesterday. In fact, I should upload it right now. I don't know if I can upload while I'm streaming, actually. Let me find out. But after looking at my video, I realized that there are parts that were pretty scary. So just a heads up, if any of you guys want me to closely coach you, I know I've been asked a few times, and at the moment I don't have that much time to. Well, actually, I should have the most time ever because I'm not training any dogs anymore. But if you're interested in me coaching you, I really need to see how you trade. I need to see you screen record. So, record it. It's a really good habit too. I can't say enough how beneficial it was for me to actually vlog 4 years ago. I was only vlogging for my father, but then I publicized it and it caught traction. So, but more or less, I get to watch myself and see how my thought process worked 4 years ago. And things are different now. I trade a lot tighter. I don't double down anymore. I don't have extreme losses anymore. But I'm also not having extreme winners. Well, yeah, I still am. So overall, I'm a tighter trader, and my patience has increased quite a bit. I can see it. And I think for those of you that are new, it is very beneficial to go get something like Camtasia Snagit, or maybe not Camtasia, unless you can get that student discount, because it's around $200. But there's also Cyberlink. Is this Cyberlink? The one I'm using is called Screen Recorder by Cyberlink, and that one is $100, and it's good too. Yeah, right. Alex, great. I can't believe I just overlooked that. I'm using that right now, in fact. OBS is free. So those of you that want me to coach you, go download OBS. It's free, and you can stream it. But yeah, just stream it unlisted, and then have me look at it if you like me to. There's nothing wrong with failing if you're actually using it to benefit yourself. The only way you get better is if you lose. You don't get better winning. In fact, you get complacent and you don't learn.
GRUB Grubhub seeking 2.15 Uber shares for each Grubhub share according to Dow Jones sources. Uber board expected to review latest Grubhub counter proposal according to sources. That's GRUB and UBER.
Thanks, Yang, for that.
Shares of Grubhub off the highs now 60.36, up 29% on Grubhub.
VTIQ is almost at 26.
Shares off the highs at 33.59, up 6% on Uber.
Uber's kind of sideways right now. But yeah, just think about it. I know y'all want me to coach, but then at the same time, some of you are really hesitant to show me your trades. I'm not going to judge you. Well, You actually are asking me to judge you, though. That's the whole point. But the real question is, even when you trade tight, a lot of you still fail in a trade. And the real question is, I'm pretty sure I can explain why, or I can tell you if it was actually something worth learning or not. That is the importance of being coached, because a lot of times we learn things that we don't need to learn, because this is just human behavior, right? You may just end up being in a really bad relationship in real life, and then you think you're a bad person. Then it takes someone like a life coach to tell you that you're not a bad person. It's just that you dated the wrong person, and that person was an asshole, right? It's the same thing when it comes to trading. You may end up in a bad trade.
EIA
and
says U.S. 2020 oil demand.
Charlie, I'm talking. So you may be in a bad trade, and you may think you're doing something wrong. You change up your strategy a little bit, in which case I may be able to tell you, okay, I may be shorting VTIQ soon. Still need a volume. I still need volume. It's not. It's sideways on 5, but on 1s it's increasing. You see that? You see it growing pretty strong here. This is just a really strong spike. There's probably a price target on this thing. Okay. Let's see if it goes underneath 26 here and it holds underneath 26. That would be a good thing, right? It's struggling here. So it did trigger on 1s right there, didn't it? Right there. And then it's pushing up. And the volume's increasing, so we know we're at an interesting place. Yeah, more volume now. Okay. Just need to stay underneath that 1 minute. Okay, next one. Let's see if it resets back over 26. In which case it kind of ruins the setup. Yeah, okay. It's not ready. This one, see, this is what I mean by it being tricky. So the red volume bar, this red volume to me suggested that it wasn't ready because it wants to come back up. I need a green volume bar, a really big green volume bar. But sometimes things don't go your way. But it did look interesting right at that point 2 minutes ago, didn't it? It's not shortable on TD Ameritrade, Ameriswab. Is that the same thing? Ameritrade, Ameriswab? For me, it's well, yeah. I guess getting in too early can hurt. Sometimes it can help too, right? So, Augustine, thanks. Tell you honestly, amongst my smart friends, I'm definitely not the smartest agent. I know that, but I am.
VTIQ.
I study hard. I think my gift is simplicity. I think I'm pretty good at breaking down things because I like to think things as simple as possible.
MYOK.
Okay, it's breaking over 60. Wow, this thing is just going.
MYOK.
Myok. MYOK. Not as interesting as VTIQ. But then again, you know what? So Karnan said that I may not be able to trade this, so I'm going to throw in 5 shares right here and short it. Okay, I do have shares. for VTIQ. No, actually, in fact, Carnan was mentioning Chesapeake, not VTI. Okay, so I'm in it right now with 5 shares. Just telling you right now. I'm up 20 cents, guys. I'm balling right now. But just checking. That's the only way. That's the only way for me to know if I can actually trade this thing. Unfortunately, on this trade net. On Lightspeed and all the other ones, they'll tell you if there's a restriction. Not shortable. So
NYOK.
it's looking kind of good right now. You see all that volume there now, right? It's just blowing up. It's surging right now. So any time now. And it looking like this doesn't help because we don't know if there's any resistance,
ACNR.
right? There's no resistance on this one. There is a way? Well, let me know, Daniel, because see how I just said I'm not the smartest Asian? There's probably a way. Okay, I'm down 30 cents. I'm hurting. Oh. Okay, I'll check that out, Augustine. I didn't know there was a method. Well, they could just tell me. That would be simpler, right? On the order on the order window. Okay, I'll try that out. Thanks, Augustine. I need to focus on this thing because I think it's going to
ACNR.
collectively the volume is increasing. Just need to make sure that we don't get in too early. Okay, Daniel saying the same thing. All right, thanks, guys.
NYOK.
Learn something every day. I'm just spoon fed, I guess, when it comes to Lightspeed. Okay, it looks like it may go soon. I'm up 30 cents, guys. Just keeping it real. Okay, let's see. If it comes down here, I may actually try for some. Yeah. I'm in at 28.19. Okay, I'm out half. Watching level 2 here. Stay under 26. I'm out. Okay. That was for me. I don't even remember how many shares I had. It was something plus 5 shares, right? Because of that test. A little over 100 on that one. That was a scalp for me, but that's just me, guys. Don't get spooked. It may actually go more. But what spooked me was on the ones. I should show you on the ones, and that's just me, okay? Don't just take it as a grain of salt. The amount of volume it took to get pushed down bothers me. So whenever I get into a trade, I generally want to see the volume stay low. So right now the volume's low, right? So it could continue on down. But definitely when the volume starts moving up, that's when things starts turning around on you. At that moment, that is. And if I go on the 5s here, we know that we're pretty extended away. The 25.45 is the 90 MA. So I didn't even get past the 5-minute trigger. I just wanted in and out. And less experienced trader like me would have got exhausted on the front side and got stopped. What does that mean? Exhausted on the front side. Can you elaborate? So generally speaking, the issue on TradeNet and what bothers me what worries me is whenever I switch over to Lightspeed, I'm afraid I'm going to enter too early because TradeNet gives me poor executions. Even though it's fast, I'm always seeing my average cost to be a little bit farther away than I wish it was. So for you to say that I had a good entry, that's actually a good thing. Oh, you're into it. Oh, on the front side, I get it now.
Yes.
Candle prior. So here's the move down, guys. This is awesome. It's breaking down past 5 minute. Of course, at this moment, I wish I had more shares in, but because the spreads and each centimeter is $1. I didn't put that much shares in. But green is green, right? Got exhausted on the front side and got stopped. Oh, right. Okay, so if you got in too early, it would have went up. I see. It would have. Okay, I get what you're meaning. So you get in too early and you get stopped out up here, right? Lightspeed is direct access. So it's, in my opinion, it's the fastest, Jose. But the cool thing is that, look at it. Oh man, now it's really hurting my feelings. Well, that just happens. I'm pretty sure Jeremy may have gotten some more in there. Put in frankly, if I was on Lightspeed, I would put more shares in, and I'd probably scale out. That's for sure. But TradeNet, I trade tight, real tight. So tomorrow I may not be streaming because I may wanna go back on my Lightspeed for a little bit. Oh, Sterling.
Okay.
Thank you for the clarification. When I saw DOS, I was just thinking direct access. And when I see direct access, when I see direct access, then I'm thinking fast. So, Lightspeed is, I think it's New York based, so it's direct access. But is it DOS Pro? Then yeah, probably not. Okay, ES spike down, retracing a bit. Echo Sierra. Oh, cool. I have the chart stalker. Is that the same person up here? Chart stalker. Are you on YouTube as well? But he just pointed it out to me. Go to the symbol. Okay, great. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Thanks, chart stalker. Chris. Okay. Thanks, Chris. Why haven't we seen more brokers pop up like TradeNet or similar? Giggity giggity 12? I don't know. I think it takes a lot of money because they're not really a broker, right? They're an education package. Whenever I talk to my broker, not my broker, my account manager for TradeNet, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna be frank. Whenever I say, well, it's a nice workaround, from the pattern day trade rule, PDT rule. He says, don't say that. We're just an education package. We're not because it's CFD, right? So it is still going around things. And because it's CFD, it seems to be really fast. Faster than Lightspeed.
APT, Alpha Protect shares spiking to the highs. APT,
It's just a
ACMR.
1361, up about 6% now on APT.
things are just moving. VTIQ worked out nicely. Who called that? I think it was Debbie. Was it Debbie? Thank you, Debbie. Let's see. Alex says, maybe properly you can withdraw funds for trade. Yeah. And yeah, as long as you don't lose your money, you're going to make money in trading, technically speaking.
APT, Alpha Protect, seeing the weekly $14 call activity now sweep for APT, Alpha Protect.
Mike says CFDs have a lot worse spreads than stocks, don't they? You know, I hear that a lot. So I have my level 2 here, right, with the spreads. And of course, with TradeNet, I also have my level 2 here. Let me just go ahead and detach this. And if I put it side by side here, they're the same. So then I would argue that what part of the spread is being affected? Now, of course, they don't work simultaneously. Even if I run all three platforms, Thinkorswim, Lightspeed, and TradeNet, they're all off by a little bit. Yeah, that's the part, Daniel. What I do notice is that, and if you watch my videos, that's the other part of having a screen recording being beneficial to you. So, like I said, TradeNet is like learning to shoot with a revolver, dual action only. If you guys are familiar with guns, a revolver dual action only is very difficult to shoot. So you don't, even when you pull the trigger on a trade, your average cost is going to be not as good as Lightspeed, generally speaking. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's fine, especially if it's slow moving. But if it's fast moving, your execution, you'll hear me in those vlogs that I'll be like, why I thought I got a better price. I thought I was making 200, but then after I execute it, it shows 180 or something. Because it popped up or something. I don't know, but executions are a little bit, they're fast, but there's slippage somewhere in the gray area. So I think Daniel's
NYOK.
explained it best. Yes, Gibbles. I love saying your name, man. In fact, when it comes to counter trend, I only do market orders. If you try using limit orders on TradeNet, the limit price needs to be over 3 or 4 cents past the bid or ask. And then in that case, I don't even want to use it, because imagine you seeing, like me, stalking only the perfect trades, right? You use a limit order, you set it exactly how you would set it for Lightspeed, and then you don't get executed because it says the price is too close. Then by that time, the stock is still moving the way you want it to, and you have to do it again. That is slower than a market order. So for TradeNet, I would use market orders. I'll practice my executions. Practice my trigger speed, and try to hit bullseye. So it's the same idea. Once you're able to not lose money on TradeNet, which is not hard as long as your strategy is like on point. Don't try to gamble and take trades that look okay. Take perfect trades, and you're going to be 90%. You're going to stay in the green, and your confidence is going to grow. Your conviction is going to grow, and maybe you may have the audacity to switch over to light.
BYND, Beyond Meat at the highs now.
Yes,
Intra.
I would get the student package. I mean, I do have a friend that has the intro package, and he's doing okay, but you got to trade really small. And the biggest issue with the intro package is the drawdown is very limited. I think it's $700 compared to $4,000. Now, if you draw down $4,000 after paying $2,700 after a discount code, then you know you're doing something wrong. You know.
Energy Secretary Brulé says oil prices are starting to stabilize.
Yeah, and that's how they get you. You know, if you're on the student account. If you blow up your intro account, they'll tell you you won't be able to use a discount code for the student account. And you know, Alex, you all blew up your intro account. That's perfectly fine, right? You're still in the game. That's the whole reason TradingNet's so awesome, in my opinion. You pay a small amount, you get a drawdown that's further from what you paid for, and you get to get back in, and you learn. But I would advise y'all to trade tighter. You know, I've been there. I've been where you're at. I blew up maybe 2 accounts in the past.
Fauci says general testing for all in nursing homes is a good.
But the interesting thing is, I never blew up my father's account because money didn't mean anything. Only when you have tension.
NYOK.
Do we start failboating because we're not thinking as straight as we want to. So once we start getting focused on trading comfortably and trading correctly and tight, then we start getting better, right? So it's really rarely ever, I mean, if you follow me on point on every single strategy and just, I mean, I don't want to start advertising myself, but the more you watch me and the more you hear me say I'm not taking it because of this or that, the tighter you're going to trade as well if you're countering with me. And so it's very hard to lose when you're trading so that tight, right? Am I okay? Yeah, I see it. I see that volume that's coming in there right here. So right now it just changed its slope, right? But it's not parabolic yet. So yeah, I'm watching it, Daniel. It's nice on 5s. Oh yeah, it is. It is growing on 5s. But I really need to see it. Yeah, it's low volume, and it is on my counter 1 though, probably because of that pop, the change in volume from previously. So this is another one of those. It didn't come down to pull back up. It didn't go from red to green. It was always in green, and it did a breakout. So it's still in play, but I still need it to, same thing, a ramp in volume, a parabolic move, and once we get that, there's enough conviction for me to get in and still be able to get out unscathed. But right now, if it goes, I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it slip past my fingers because it's not perfect. The part of trading tight is that fact that you're going to be wrong a lot when it comes to a trade that goes right, but you're going to be right a lot on trades that go wrong. So I'd rather have it that way than the other way around. Being right on the trades that go right, and yet being wrong on the trades that go against you big time. Which, unfortunately creates very poor, or not poor, I hope this isn't poor, but it's boring, right? Because I've only had 2 trades. I don't know how long I've been on here. Gibbles, by trading tight, do you mean having a close? No, my stops are still far. It's got to be at the lows or the highs. trading tight means having all your parameters aligned, having all your planets lined up. You can't. So I need a parabolic move on 1s, 5s, and 15s. I need a daily support and a resistance on the trend line, on the daily chart. I need everything to be perfect. Once it's perfect, then it's almost 100% is going to go my way. The only thing that catches you is the spread or something news related that affects something like sectors like banks. But other than that, if you stay away from certain places and you only take the perfect trade, that to me is playing tight. You're so tight that, lack of better words, in a relationship, you're not slutting out. You're not dating everybody. You're only dating the perfect woman or the perfect guy. And then you kiss them and you move on. Find another. You don't keep them. Unless you're married, right? Then you're just...
ACMR.
Okay. My wife is probably going to watch this later. I'm going to have some explaining to do.
NYOK.
Bobby asks why I don't stream on Lightspeed. Because I'm going to accidentally show my account, Bobby. In my old videos, I did a pretty good job hiding my account number. But lately I've been slipping. I've shown my TradeNet account once, and I just let it go because it's just TradeNet. But I'm not going to show my Lightspeed. I know that some people would. I don't know anyone who streams their Lightspeed actually, but if they do, they'll crop in, and they'll try to cover something up. But you'll notice in my
ACMR.
You'll notice in my my old videos with Lightspeed that I have to cover a few places, and there were a few days that I actually had to
CDLX.
erase that video because I had my account there. It's not safe to do that nowadays. It's kind of just, it's not as bad, but it's almost as bad as just having your social security number exposed. Yeah, I see Lyft. It's a breakout. That's cool. That's a cool breakout. My stomach. I hope you can't hear that. I'm hungry.
ACMR.
Okay, she just very nice chart stalker. Astra, BSGM. What is BMR doing right now? BL. Oh, missed it. Did we miss it? That was a hard bounce on BLMN. Didn't quite signal, but it did show up on my chart a while back. Just trying to figure out why I didn't bother with it. Is it the volume? It was pretty though. That was pretty. Yeah, Efren, I see Lyft. I didn't explain anything. So yeah, it topped out right here. So there is a chance for it to come back down. It did break out. This is not. Well, it is considered a band, but yeah, it does look interesting. But it's not my kind of trade. That's a nice look, Efren. Chibbles Mush. How did you come up with that name?
MYOK.
I see there's a Jibbles Mush on Twitter. Interesting. Because it's a cool name. Very creative. I mean, look at my name. It's just my name. Not very creative. Veru just is having a bad day. Yeah, TFS is the
ACMR.
broker for TradeNet, yeah. There's a small city that has their own lingo. That's cool. VT, okay, I need to scan back up. ACMR is still blowing up on the scanner. So is myocardia. Are they similar? Are they both some kind of pharmaceutical? Jibbles is girls. Mush is like bro. Really? So if a bunch of girls come into the party, you say, we got Jibbles, Mush. Oh, Mush is bro, so we got girls, bro? That's awesome. I like, oh, that's a fun word for girls, Jibbles. Turf on Discord is saying that Chewy is, guys, check out Chewy. Chewy's getting parabolic here. And it's a bounce back up on the daily. Gotta act fast. It can go up to here, right? It can go up to 4077. That's pretty far away, but this is Chewy. So it's right here on the 15s. See this area right there? Now, this is still Chewy. I'm gonna keep saying that because Chewy can get really tricky. This is a dog of a trade, but it's having rejection. A doji right there. Volume is dying off. We gotta ask ourselves. Now, this is also a trade that went from red to green. So today was red. Today was going to be the fifth red day, and it decided no, today we're going to bounce back up. So it may want to stay up there, right? That's how I see it. But it is parabolic, so there is a scalp right here with a 10-cent spread. 6 cent, 7 cent. Okay. There's the move. It does look really pretty on the ones. So if you take it, maybe don't get too greedy, but it's going.
MYOK.
That's nice. It's common. Historically, it's common for Chewy to do this, to go back and forth. I've never seen it go clean when it goes wild. Just saying that out if you guys are in it. But today I'm up 170, which is like really small. But you know, I'm not gonna complain. Yesterday I'm up I was up 830, so it's good. I'm in a comfortable place. It's just tough right now because nothing seems to be like extreme. Not yet. I hate to say that, and I said it last time. Panic broke out in the market. The most exciting trading week or month back then was Ebola, and right now it's COVID. But Ebola was so much fun for me. I never had so much fun when Ebola came around. And I really hate saying that because, you know, it's not like I want people dying. But, you know, was it Lakeland was making a lot of money. Pharmaceuticals, everything was just blowing up or blowing down. It was a beautiful time. Who called Myoke? Myocardia just had a stroke right there. What the hell happened right there, right? Extending advance after announcing 450 million stock sale. So now that everything's getting a little bit better with COVID, I think most of us are on the sidelines, right? We don't know. Yeah, it's offering. I know it's such a beautiful move, though, isn't it? It went down $4. There's always something. There's always tomorrow.
Bind.
CLVS is moving steadily up. CLVS is having a great day. Good reset right there.
Democrats have released the
Look at
text
that
of
right
their
there.
next coronavirus relief bill. It's 1,815 pages. Vote expected Friday in the House.
You guys see that?
ACMR.
This right here is textbook. Do you see that volume spike and it just tanks twice? That would have been beautiful to be in. And what number is that? High of 1031. Nope, can't really find a trend line for 1031. Kinda. You guys can see it a little bit. Not that I ever need to back
National
test.
Security Advisor O'Brien says North Korean.
The issue with Charlie is he's so loud regardless of how low I set the volume on him. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not exactly the loudest person either. I'm probably the quietest trader on YouTube. But 1031 is right here. So you see how it kind of just goes through these wicks. It kind of goes through these areas here. I can't seem to keep it at 1031 right here. It runs through. So yeah, that one did have a trend line. It did have this huge volume spike and then it tanked twice. This is what I want every day. BYND, nice grind. Yeah. There's that volume. There's a volume spike right there too on BYND, Daniel. Nice volume right there, suggesting a reversal, but the volume is kind of strange, isn't it? But overall, I guess if we went into the fives, it would have been a lot prettier. No, it still had a reset right there. This one's just not an easy one to trade. But look at all those 15s. So this may possibly be its very first 15-minute red candle, right? Yeah, that was a nice call turf. Dude, finally I get to play around with this symbol checking. I'm kind of excited about that. A lot of people watching BYND. Yeah. I can't wait till they come up with something like laboratory meat. You know? What do you call that? Cloning? It's not cloning. I don't want to clone an animal. I just want petri dish meat, you know? Proteins just developed itself. I don't want to eat an animal, but I want to eat the meat. And we're almost there, I think. Oh, are you in it, Daniel? I think it looks great on that 200,000 volume spike. And it's still looking safe because of this. Could be its very first 15-minute red candle after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. That's awesome, man. So what? You're up over 100 right now, for sure, right? Yeah. So what? 5-minute trigger. Well, you're almost for me. It would have been 142.77, but this is actually 142.75 is touching this wick right here. This nice little support area. So
TWLO.
just a couple of reasons why you may want to think about. It's up to you. Yeah, nice. Tulio again. Tulio. Now, if you guys get on the Discord app, this is Jeremy Newby's Discord, and generally he announces lots of stuff. But right now he's been kind of busy, so you may not hear from him for a while, according to my sources. he's busy with his backyard. I think he's a pilot, so I think he's either. I asked him if he's building a helicopter pad, but he said no. So I'm thinking he may actually be building like a launching pad. What do you call those things for airplanes? A landing strip. It's just a possibility. Tulio, look at that. On 5s is ramped up. Okay. Nice, Daniel. That's awesome.
ACMR.
So Tulio has that volume right there. See that? But it's so linear. So you can't get any more straighter. It looks like a fake chart, doesn't it? The way it just looks fake. Ew. Okay. Keep that on watch. Is there? Yeah, there are a few fake outs, aren't there?
TWLO.
Like right now, right now is faking out. So that's a very good point. And it's got that 15-cent spread. Whoa, 20-cent spread. Okay, I may just look away.
ACMR.
That was an expensive one. I can't sit here forever. It's almost 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to take a break, guys. I'm probably gonna stop the stream on YouTube, but I'll keep the scanners running on the Discord, and then for you guys. But I'm going to mute the mic, so you may not be able to hear my trade ideas, but you should be able to see it, I think, as long as you're not on your cell phone. And then I'll try to get back on when I can. I'll
ACMR.
ACMR, and I'll upload the ACMR is kind of thin, isn't it?
TWLO.
That's even worse with a 30 plus cent spread. But it's really rewarding.
Coup.
Okay, she just won't stop shouting out stuff. I'm gonna keep watching Twilio regardless of the spread, because there's a lot of volume today. But yeah, I'll get back on if I see something, guys. So, sorry about this boring day. Hey, Michael. Sorry, hate to say, Michael, I'm just about to close this stream. I'm gonna grab something to eat really fast, and then maybe I'll be back. But you'll know for sure if you get on the Discord app. Link in the description, and yeah, don't forget to click the. Oh, you're Toma. Okay. Hey, Pablo. Hey, you're very welcome. Don't forget to click the notification. A lot of people don't click it, and then sometimes even that is delayed. But you have a better chance of knowing when I get on if you click the bell. So I'll see y'all next time. And yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for letting me know if I'm helpful. Because today is there goes Twilio. Just let it go. So I'll see y'all in a little bit, maybe, or I'll see y'all tomorrow. But I'll be uploading my yesterday's video, and yeah, I'll check y'all next time. Bye.